Once upon a time, a rich man was walking down the street when he saw a beggar sitting on the ground. The beggar was dirty and ragged, and he was holding out a bowl for alms. The rich man looked at the beggar with disgust. He said, "Why don't you get a job? Why do you have to beg for money?" The beggar replied, "I am unable to work. I am sick and weak." The rich man laughed and said, "That is your own fault. You must have done something bad in your previous life to be cursed with such a fate." The beggar was saddened by the rich man's words. He said, "I do not know what I did in my previous life, but I do know that I am suffering in this life." The rich man continued on his way, leaving the beggar behind. He did not give him any alms. The Buddha was passing by and saw the exchange between the rich man and the beggar. He went over to the beggar and said, "Do not be discouraged. You are not suffering because of something you did in your previous life. You are suffering because of your attachments in this life." The beggar asked, "What do you mean?" The Buddha said, "You are attached to your wealth and your possessions. You are also attached to your health and your well-being. When you are attached to these things, you suffer when you lose them." The beggar asked, "How can I let go of my attachments?" The Buddha said, "You must practice mindfulness and compassion. Mindfulness is the practice of paying attention to the present moment without judgment. Compassion is the practice of caring for others and wanting to help them suffer less. When you are mindful and compassionate, you will see that your attachments are empty and illusory. You will also see that all beings are suffering, and you will want to help them end their suffering." The beggar took the Buddha's words to heart. He began to practice mindfulness and compassion. Over time, he let go of his attachments and found true happiness and peace. Moral of the story: this story teaches us that the root of all suffering is attachment. When we are attached to things, people, or experiences, we suffer when we lose them. But when we let go of our attachments, we are free to live in the present moment and to enjoy the simple things in life.